Alright guys, we're back. We're about to get into the second day of investigation. Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know that little bit of advice you gave me? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smile. I don't know exactly what you meant, but there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remembered that. But now, how about relaxing a little? Relax? Not gonna happen. Junie, she asked me to defend her because she believes in me. But I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I'd...
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen. Then I won't. No, I can't lose it all. Not now. You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale. I can't just stand around here. I'm going to finish the investigation. Can't it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic pantry. Or magic panties. Thanks, but I'd better get going. Save me one for when I get back. Apollo, you wait here. I need to see Junie at the detention center first, right away. No, wait, I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'd better go too. No problem. You two be careful. There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where we go from here?
Ah, this bastard. Well now, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, Professor Means. What brings you here? I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you. I wanted to ask him something, but first, Athena, I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Athena until just now. No, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control. Athena, don't worry. I'll really bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence about that. Athena, I've been thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me. Huh?
I myself only just heard of this a moment ago.
Oh, so she thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen. Not with the way he wants to do things. Junie, will you please... Athena, do you actually think Hugh or Robin could have committed this crime? The body was moved right before the mock trial. Besides Junie, they're the only ones who could move freely around the campus at that time. I'm sorry, Junie, but at this point, I can't rule them out. I was afraid you'd say that.
Juniper is seeking a lawyer who can clear all three of their names. Only I am capable of such a feat.
But how can you possibly prove that all three of them are innocent?
I am a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. For the end really does justify the means. Especially for me, Professor Aristotle Means.
I really don't like the sound of that. I'm sorry, but... Just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too. Alright. If that's how you really feel, we'll respect your decision. Apollo! But we want to continue our investigation. Could we ask you some more questions? Sure, I don't mind. Professor Means, would you like to stay and join our conversation?
Yes, of course. I am your lawyer, after all.
There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out? Why did you confess? your confession, Junie. It's not true, is it? You just said what you did because Robin had confessed on the stand, didn't you? Yes. I wasn't thinking straight. All I knew was I had to help my friend. You mean because of that school rule? The one that says you can't graduate if you are convicted of a crime. No, I didn't do it because of some rule. I did it because she's my friend. Why is there discord in her voice again? Could it really be that the friendship between the three of them is on the rocks? There's more here than meets the eye.
More than meets the... No, I'm not gonna do it.
When did you three become friends? Well, even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day at school. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. That was when our proof of friendship came about. There's that proof of friendship thing again. I just wish this were as simple as that. We even have proof of our friendship. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. But the situation kind of changed recently. When the school's policy shifted to training legal professionals who produce results.
Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course, I teach producing results, results means winning trials. Professor Corte, on the other hand, taught that finding the truth was the only valid result. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students.
At some point, we stopped talking about it. Well, that meant fewer arguments. It also meant we couldn't be as frank and open with each other as we used to be. I think I understand now. By putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. It seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought.
Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject.
Yeah, thanks, Junie. Now, if you could tell us about the day of the murder. Junie, you told us yesterday that you went home a little after 6 p.m. Was that a lie? I'm sorry. I didn't tell you this before, but what actually happened was I left the art room a little after 6 p.m. and headed over to my dressing room where I worked on my stage costume until 7. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else? No, nowhere else. If that really were it, then there would be no reason to lie in the first place. She's got to be hiding something else.
Junie, do you remember this picture?
Yes, but something's wrong here. Wrong? What's wrong? I took this picture at around 6, which was before I'd left the art room. But the clock here says it's just after 7.
What?
By 7, I'd already been working in my dressing room for some time. So there's definitely something wrong with the time in this picture.
I guess we'd better go check the art room.
Okay, just one last question about the day of the murder. On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into Hugh. Yes, I did.
I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we parted ways. She seemed her usual self, that's it. Anything else you'd like to ask?
She suddenly went silent. She always was terrible at hiding things. Was she trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6? Alright, I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder? Well, don't know if this will help, but that evening I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. Around 8:30, huh? That's over an hour after when the crime supposedly took place. That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. They were quite large, and they were each covered with a white sheet. But I could tell. It made me happy to think that after all that hard work, they were finally finished. Alright, the statues that Robin made. So they were covered in white sheets? Junie, are you okay? Sorry, I'm a little tired. That's all. Sniffing that flower. Athena, I think this meeting is over. Professor Means?
I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case, but it will require considerable preparation, so I must be off.
Junie and Professor Means, I have a proposal. A proposal? Wait, this isn't another one of your crazy... By sundown today! Yes? I, Athena Sykes, along with Apollo Justice... Wait a second, don't drag my name into... We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. What? And we're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what the truth is.
I see. So it has come to this, has it?
If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. Have we got a deal? I trust that that's okay with you too, Professor Means.
I have no objections, as long as Juniper is satisfied with this arrangement.
Okay, but only if it's the real truth. I'm sorry to put you through this, Athena, but thank you. I've been thinking only of myself this whole time. Junie, it's way too early to thank me. But you can thank me all you want once I get to the bottom of this.
Very well. I will see you back here at sundown.
Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just she's new to the agency, so...
Don't be silly. I find it all rather thrilling. But let us meet here again later.
If you'll excuse me, I'd better go. Okay, see you later.
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner as the end of the mock trial, would you not lose everything you have worked hard for?
Nah, this is no time to be thinking about that. I've got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown, no matter what.
Alright. I guess we'll go back to the school for a little bit. Let's start with the hallway. Nothing? Lecture hall. Nothing. Outdoor stage. Hey, it's the box lady.
Ah! Is it my imagination, or did something just move?
Afternoon, you two.
Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Don't you think sneaking onto campus like this is just slightly suspicious?
I'll have you know I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest of confidence. I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's trial.
Oh, wait, that's not him. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you can lend us a hand?
I'm not one to refuse a damsel in distress. But you needn't have asked, Fraulein. I intend to help from the start.
You're the best, Prosecutor Gavin. Okay, time for a thorough investigation. I bet we missed lots of stuff yesterday.
Okay. The stage.
Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you?
That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and the big crescent moon isn't half bad. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make the concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. It would have looked like this.
Oh, the plans from yesterday. What's that design on the banner there in the back? I know the scales are the school emblem, but what's with the number 6? It looks like it's in serious pain or something. And Athena, ixnay on the ixay.
That's the governor's logo, Fraulein. Oh, and nice pig Latin. Hair, forehead, really smooth.
Oh, I meant it looks like the number 6 rocking seriously hard.
9, Fraulein. It's a G for governor. Not a 6, but whatever floats your pretty boat.
So where's the banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage.
It was an important part of the show, but the school managed to misplace it somehow. It's a pity. We had it specially made from heavyweight, high-graded cloth. A missing banner and 2 broken statues. There are mysteries aplenty to be solved, yeah?
Come to think of it, one of the broken statues was of Prosecutor Gavin.
The statues. As you can see here in the stage plans, right here we have the statue of me. And right here, Herr Wright's statue. But little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces thanks to you, Herr Forehead.
What did I ever do to you?
Actually, this statue broke into rather large pieces.
Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new.
Picking up the pieces of a shattered rock star. Achtung! That's one uber cool idea. There might even be a song in there somewhere.
Yay, let's do this. Skin now.
I said that totally wrong, I'm sure.
Is this an investigation or am I interrupting a German language club social event?
Alright. Well, first off, I want to point out the obvious here. This little crazy fool.
Wait, you don't think this weird box here is... Hands off! I knew it. I'd know that voice anywhere. Let's just ignore it. I mean, it made its wish. She's loud and clear. So this is the future cardboard box technology has afforded us.
Alright, yeah, let's put the statue together, I guess.
It's a copy of the school paper.
No, I don't care about that. I want to try and put the damn thing together.
Found one. A piece of Prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride.
Are you saying my pride is as fragile as plaster of Paris?
It looks like there are other large pieces scattered about. Okay, let's find what we can.
A white fragment. Why is it white? I don't know. I don't know how to build stuff.
Alright. Oh, wait, there's one here. Found another piece of statue. But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Bada bing.
Oh, still want to examine. The hell is this thing? That's the back of a box. It's weird. Where could the rest of his thing have fallen at?
Oh, right there. Found another piece of the statue. But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Another one. Damn it. Where, though? Is it behind here? Where could it be? Where the body was. There we go. That's what I wanted. Boom. Found another piece of the statue. But there should still be more. Dude. How many more? No. I didn't mean to do that. No. The speaker is Apollo's rival. That's funny. There we go. Boom. This looks like another piece of the statue. Thanks, Apollo. This makes 5 pieces in all. I think we have all we're going to find. Okay. Let's get back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered. I think you might want to reward that. Alright, we got our pieces. Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around. Yeah, let's see if we can put the statue back together. Alright, Apollo. You come over here, and Prosecutor Gavin, if you could hold this. Cool. We did it! Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, but don't you think it's strange we put the statue back together? But look. What's with all these leftover white pieces?
These two look like they go together. And these pieces too. Athena, what do you think you're doing? Don't stop me now. The artist inside me wants to get out. And have a good time. What? So, what is it? Ah, it's the goddess of law, holding a pair of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. That's quite the feat you pulled off there, Fraulein. Phew, I love that feeling you get after you work really hard on something. No, I knew who it was. I meant to ask, what's it doing here? Not sure. There's no statue like this in the stage plan. Still, I could swear I've seen this statue somewhere before. Lady Justice. The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues. I've been wondering about something this whole time. You know that pole at the edge of the stage? You mean this? It has a wire that goes off and connects to something somewhere. What? They didn't notice this? This wire is for hanging banners over the stage. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking how it worked. Oh, so that's why the banner looks like it's out of place. The banners are hung and removed from the art room over there. That's the art room over there, as in the scene of the crime? Bingo, Fraulein. It's still crawling with cops, though. Hey, anyone in the art room? Oh, this weirdo. Oh, it's you people! Ha ha ha! In justice we trust! Ah, it's Detective Fulbright! In justice we trust! Is that some kind of a greeting between you two? Detective Fulbright, can you lower that banner from there?
Of course! Just leave it to me! How's that? Phew.
Thanks, Detective. In justice we trust.
Always glad to help. In justice we trust. So, is that some kind of greeting between you two or not? Well, looks like the banner's down now. Let's go take a look. Something's like tangled in it. That's the scale one. Oh, no, wrong thing. Look at this banner. I don't think it would flap very well in the wind. An unflappable banner? Hey, I like that. It goes perfect with unflappable lawyers and unflappable rockers. It's like it was made for this very stage. Look at this. The bottom part is all knotted up. Let me try and unravel it. That's a very big stain. Jeez, did you really have to? You don't come across an unflappable banner every day. Athena, there's some things that have to yield to forces beyond themselves. What a cruel world we live in. Hey, a scrap of paper was caught up inside. It's blown away. I got it. Yes, great catch, huh? October. Hue 120. Looks like some kind of note. What does it say? October Hue 120. What's that supposed to mean? A test score, maybe? Pretty impressive
when you consider that 100 is a perfect score. I don't see how even Hugh can go beyond perfect.
Fraulein, shall we inspect the banner again, now that it has been unraveled?
Yep, let's do that, because there's a huge blood stain on it. This is the emblem that's on Junie's school uniform. Hey, you're right. Wait a sec. It's hard to see against the red material, but look. There's a dark red stain here, just under the emblem. This banner was on a wire, connected to the art room. Right. And the art room was where the murder occurred. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? This stain might be from the victim's blood. Oh, crap. So he might have tied her in the banner, and as she, went down, she dropped into the judge's part, the part where she, where we found her, and then they rolled the banner back up. Phew, that was a whole lot of poking around in such a short time. Does that mean you're satisfied? Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to check out. See that metal fence back there? There's just that one segment, so it seems out of place. It looks like they were in the process of removing them after the stage was set up. But they were never able to finish on account of the murder. We should take a look if you think it could be important. This track looks man-made. Hey, you're right. And it looks like it starts from behind the backdrop. Maybe a big muddy pro wrestler was hiding back here. Well, that was totally random, but we'll never know until we take a look. Looks like something was being dragged through here. And this is where it started. Yeah, but whatever it was, it's long gone. Must have been pretty heavy. Perhaps it was used in setting up the school festival? Then I guess it wasn't a pro wrestler. Still, this could be something important. Well, that's about it for the stage. Right, I think we'd better search the art room next.
I think I'll hang around here for a while, but make sure to tell me once you find it, yeah?
Find what?
What else? The Gaviner's banner that disappeared from the stage. You never know. It just might be connected to the case at hand.
Really? Or does he just want his banner back? Don't tell me so. In short, that's... Hey! Box lady.
And she scuttled off.
That box. It just took off running. I have a pretty good idea who that is. As I suspect you do too. Come on, we can't afford to have any weird articles written about us. The maintenance area is over in that direction, after that box. Miriam, you're liable to get tossed in the garbage truck if you hang around here. I'm just an empty box, and that's what you do with them. You throw them away. Hey, did you change boxes? I like the new look.
Yeah, I do too.
What does it matter anymore? I was a complete failure in court today. My work, my pride, my dreams, everything I've worked so hard for, gone.
Athena told her.
Come to think of it, calling her a failure as a reporter might have been a bit extreme. Nah. scold me, despise me, pack me away, where I'll never see the light of day. I've been cast aside to waste away into a big pile of mushy paper mache. I kind of feel responsible for this, but now's our chance to prod her for information while she's vulnerable. I bet that's what you were just thinking. What kind of a person do you think I am? You read me like a book. Alright, scuttling scuttlebutt. That was you on stage earlier, wasn't it? Why'd you run off like that? Take a look at this. Why are you showing me a burnt up old rag? Wait, it's really hard to see, but I think that's the Governor's logo over there. So is this the banner that disappeared? It's all burned up. Don't look at me. I just happened to find it in this incinerator. Did Blackwell actually make good on his threat to burn her box? We should probably try to find out whether someone tried to destroy this on purpose. Yeah, this banner is sounding less and less unrelated to our case, Apollo. The depths of despair. Miriam, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have said you were a failure as a reporter. Too late. I already decided journalism isn't for me. The last step is to erase all the photos on my PC. I'm really going to do it. Here goes. 5%. 10%. 4 years of my life down the drain. Shouldn't we stop her, Athena? Miriam, you should keep publishing your paper. I didn't mean what I said, okay? You didn't mean it? Oh, no, my photo! Stop! Cancel! Abort! Did you stop it in time? Deletion progress. 99% complete. There. Only 2 pictures left. What are you going to do now, Athena? You owe it to her to make this right. I know. Your photo technique. Don't worry, Miriam. Your photos may be gone, but the memory of your photographic genius will live on forever in all of our hearts. Oh, Athena. That was cringeworthy. Hey, Miriam, check this out. You took some amazing photos of the 3 of them. I'm sure they really appreciated it. Obviously, I'm the ace member of the newspaper club. The only member, in fact. I know this won't make up for the photos you lost, but here are your newspapers back. There's no rest for the wicked. I plan on pursuing those 3 for as long as I live. Miriam, why are you so obsessed with Juniper, Hugh, and Robin? Obsessed? I'm not obsessed with them. It's just that they were so close ever since the freshman year, so, well... Athena, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think that's the only explanation. Whoa, wait a second. You're not thinking that what I think you're thinking. That's exactly what he's thinking, Miriam. You want in on their little trio. Cack, 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 cack. How could you possibly know that? She wants to be like their trio friend. You know, make it a foursome. That's one abused laptop. Cack, cack, cack. My laptop won't turn on. Never thought my life would end so soon. A mere 17 years. Now I really feel bad. Oh, I know. Miriam, we have a laptop at the office. We'd be happy to lend it to you. You have a laptop I could use? Sure, but on one condition. I want you to ask Junie, Hugh, and Robin if you can hang out with them. What? Like I could ever do that. Sorry, but that's the deal. If you want to borrow a laptop, You scare me sometimes, Athena. You're like good cop, bad cop all rolled into one. Fine, I'll do it if that's all you want. Yay, I'll be by later to bring you the laptop. Wait. It's not like I owe you anything, but here. Thanks. Oh, it's a set of pictures. Looks like they're setting up the stage. Yeah, I took them when they were putting the stage's backdrop in place. Wow, you sure have an eye for photography. From what I can make out anyway. These are the last 2 photos that didn't get deleted. They're all yours. Stage setup photos. We'll see you around, scary lawyer lady. That was really impressive, Athena. What's next? Well, I'd like to talk to Hugh or Robin if possible. Okay, let's walk around and see if we can find them. Alright. Let me take a look at those pictures. The banners, the statue. That one is, I think, the beginning stages of the other statue. And this is this guy. I don't know what he's doing. He's like telling him something about the statue. I was at 603. It's 601. Okay, let's try and find these guys. Art room. Well, here it is, the art room, where the grisly crime occurred. Let's start looking. Stop right there! This is an active crime scene. No unauthorized personnel allowed. What? Can't you make an exception? You won't even notice where... Freeze! I don't think so! No exceptions. Now move along. Nothing to see here. He hasn't seemed very accommodating this time. Okay. So we gotta go find... We gotta find Hugh or the girl. Hey, that's Hugh over there. Hugh, we wanted a word with you. If you don't mind. If it was Mr. Wright, then sure, but you two, meh. I knew it. There's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice. You're not getting off that easy. After all, you're a possible suspect, plus you actually confessed in court. Whatever. So what do you want from me? But make it brief. I don't have a lot of time, and I assume you don't either. About your confession today. You weren't serious about that, were you? Let's just say I had no choice. Thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get the job done. Well... So you're really prepared to take the blame for this? Not gonna happen. The voice on the tape is female, so that rules me out. Let's put it this way. You don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? Well, my confession is just like that. A means to an end. Or as we say around here, the end justifies the means. But I actually do believe the voice is shouting Hugh O'Connor. Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer. But if Robin or I were actually the killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even you should be capable of such reasoning. Or have I overestimated you? You'll make a great lawyer someday. I mean, you seem to enjoy getting under people's skin. Could Hugh and Robin's confession really prove their innocence instead of their guilt? This is going to take some serious thinking on my part. It's sure like looked like Prosecutor Blackwell was twisting your arm to testify earlier today. Is there some sort of secret he's using against you? Yeah, he knows something on O'Connor. The you-know-what. You really are a rank amateur. Even if that were true, you think I'd open up to you? So he's not denying it. That secret might be causing the discord in his voice. Then again, we have the same problem with Junie and Robin. You're just wasting your time and mine. Next question. About that meeting with Professor Corte on the 23rd, why did she want to see you? I've no intention of telling you. You'll have to force it out of me. Any way you can. Professor Mean strikes again. Then again, Hugh is in the lawyer course. But didn't Professor Corte used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop this whole charade and just tell me the truth? The truth. How can you be so sure it will help you solve this case? The truth isn't necessarily your friend, nor Juniper's for that matter. No, you're wrong. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to defend Junie the right way, using the truth. That's the only way to honor Junie's wishes and Professor Corte's memory. I see. Very well, Miss Sykes. I'll testify tomorrow about that truth you're so interested in. Here. But... Don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand? What's that supposed to mean? What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends. Yes, we were. Until just recently, actually. Were? I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Just as I have my secrets, she has a side you've never seen. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. What are you saying? This conversation is over. I said I don't have a lot of time, and I meant it. Hugh, wait. He's gone. He doesn't care about her anymore? Why would he say that? That didn't go so well. I guess we'll just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow. Athena, what do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have completed their investigation. Alright, we don't really have much time left anyway.
Haha, why if it isn't my little lawyer friends again? Thanks again for lowering
that school banner for us earlier.
Don't mention it. Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about.
Right. So this art room was where the murder actually occurred.
That's right. You can't see it with the naked eye. But there's blood on the floor.
That area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot.
The police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourself out.
Alright, let's do that. We have some weird art here. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I already did it. It's too abstract to understand or as subtle as a sledgehammer. A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. C. Corte. Wow, Professor Corte must have painted this. So is this what they consider art? I really don't get it. I swear I've seen this girl before. Yeah, it looks like Junie. There's an air of fragility about her. And those pity-inducing eyes. Who is this again? Her name's on the tip of my tongue. That looks like how Junie looked in the one trial. mock trial script on the floor and nearby an envelope marked Use. I wonder if Miriam's script was ever really inside that envelope. Let's see here. By Miriam Scuttlebutt. And the title is Rogue et Noir. Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. I wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me. It says there are special rules allowing the payment of bribes while court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring in up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence, it also says. Welcome to the darkest mock trial ever, where the end justifies the means. The prosecution claims this is the script that was supposed to have been used. But the scripts were selected by Professor Corte, considering how much she valued the truth. I seriously doubt she'd pick a script entitled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. Wow, you have that title memorized already? Oh, I looked at that. My bad. Alright, what else we got in here? Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it. And I bet it won't last long. Not with the way she deals with her own work, anyway. Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one already has some color on it. It looks just like bloodstains, the way the glaze was dribbled on it. Just like bloodstains.
And just as we trust, that does look like bloodstains. We'd better examine it at once.
I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room, where the big bloodstain is, and then brought over here, at which point some of her blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped from this window. In the mock trial script, the body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage.
The maintenance area is below this room. In the storehouse there has a mat and ball cart.
So, even the moving of the body was carried out just like in the script. The killer sure had a thing for Junie's script.
But what do you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place.
Well, you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it in court. They knocked some pieces over. R. Newman. Wow, Robin must have painted this. Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but... Oh, look, there's a piece of paper stuck to the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Professor Corte's artistry. Must keep practicing. Robin. Huh? I think this is plenty good myself. I wonder what it would have looked like if Professor Corte had painted Juniper. I bet it would have been really artistic looking. She did in that painting in the back there. Isn't that a mock trial script? Actually, there's a whole bunch of them here. Let's see. Looks like everyone from the judge course submitted one.
The victim, Constance Corte, was the Fine Art Club's advisor. So she probably spent a lot of time up here in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I'd keep a bunch of scripts, but I'd wager that's how they wound up here. Poor, stressed out, overworked Professor Corte. I know exactly how that feels.
You must, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it. You're one to talk, Apollo. Me? What about Mr. Wright? Maybe we should rename the firm Wright Stuff All Over the Place Agency.
That would be pretty awesome, actually.
There's something here. Hey, it's gone. Oh yeah, that thing. Oh wait, wasn't that the statue of the one that I put together? Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo? Yeah, that was. That's the goddess of law that I put together. You're right. Wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some light on this. Maybe. what else do we got? Weird people up top. Weird bus. I just want to make sure I look at everything in the room real quick. Alright, let's go see if we can find Robin. Man, where the hell is Robin at? I didn't talk to the detective. Art room investigation. Find anything new, Detective Fulbright? Hahaha, good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much yet. He sure is confident for having found nothing. But if we're talking outside the art room, there has been a major breakthrough. Oh dear, unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do. No need for the theatrics. I was told I could fill you in on this one. Wow, you saw right through me, Detective. I'm impressed. Looking to get arrested for murder via unwarranted flattery, are we? The breakthrough. So, what's the major breakthrough you mentioned? You wanna know? You really wanna know? You really? Come on, just tell us already. Aw, you're no fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back. Voice print? You mean for this tape recorder? Exactly. The voice belongs to the suspect, Miss Woods, beyond the shadow of a doubt. See right here? They analyzed the voice on the tape inside and out. Alright. And you thought the voice on the tape was saying Hugh O'Connor. Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Sykes. He's the last person I want laughing at me. So now there's evidence of Juniper shouting "You're a goner" around the time of the death. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it? I don't know. I can't think of any reason why Junie would shout that in the first place. Yeah. It's very bad. I forgot to just check the crime scene itself. Hey, this area with the rope around it. That's where we detected a large blood stain. In short, the victim was stabbed here by somewhere close by. The fact that there is no visible blood means it was wiped out with something, right? Right, but we were able to detect trace amounts of blood. Merely wiping it up does not remove all evidence of wrongdoing, and that, in a nutshell, is justice, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd let me have the cool lines. There's a paint palette here. No surprise there, considering this is an art room. Someone mixed yellow and red to make orange. I prefer yellow. You, on the other hand, are way too red. What's that supposed to mean? Nah. Let's check the clock. I forgot about that. This is the clock that created the major problem for Junie. Let's take a closer look. Don't waste your time. I've checked it, and it's 100% accurate. You sure? How'd you check it? Of course I'm sure. I compared it to my own watch. Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch had stopped? It has? This is unacceptable. We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. Let's see, wait a second. It's ahead by 1 whole hour. Well, Detective? But this clock must have also been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. If so, that would fit perfectly with Junie's testimony. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective, almost. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face.
Wait, just 1 minute. The clock is an hour ahead right now, sure. But what proof do you have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime?
That's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there's a moon outside this window, right?
Sure, it looks like a nice drawing of a crescent moon.
But if you look at the window in the back with the winch attached to it, you'll see that the only view to be had is the opposite side of the school building.
Oof! Then what's this moon doing here?
I wonder. Oh, it's the backdrop. Prosecutor Gravin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you?
That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday.
That backdrop with the starry sky and the big crescent moon isn't half bad. Isn't this the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop? The proof's right here, Detective. This shows it was 6 p.m. when the photo was taken. This shows where that moon and the photo came from and the truth of Junior's testimony. What? Where? Where does it show that? If you look right here, it will all become crystal clear. This is the backdrop being, up ahead, pushed up. They were still prepping the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position. I can see that. That's the big board hanging here. The size matches too. But there's no picture.
That's a crucial detail.
It is, but I believe what we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board.
The back of the...
That's right. And at around 6 p.m., when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front.
What do you mean, the front? The front is against the wall.
That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a good look.
Are you suggesting the moon is the one in the backdrop?
Exactly. In short, this photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved. And as you can see, here it was around 6 when the backdrop was being set in place. So the art room clock was running fast, at least as far back as the day of the murder.
How can I ever face Prosecutor Blackwell now?
Yes, I just blew a hole in a piece of the prosecution's evidence. Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackwell happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial?
And just as we trust, it's no use trying to pry more information out of me. Having just learned that the clock had been 1 hour fast, means we're back to square one concerning the suspect's actions that day.
I wonder what the main argument will be about now.
How the body was moved would be my guess, but Prosecutor Blackwell's got his own plans.
Oh? Does he know? Does he now? Detective Fulbright?
Try as you might, I won't say another word about the investigation.
No, I wasn't going to ask about that. I was just wondering if you'd seen Robin.
Oh, you mean Miss Robin Newman? She was just here a moment ago. She mumbled something about watching videos in the lecture hall.
Videos? What video? Thanks, Detective. Athena, I think we should stop by the lecture hall. Right, let's go. Alright. Off to the lecture hall. There she is, Robin. Hey, Robin. Oh, Athena. Apollo. What are you watching there? Oh, just so happens to be a video of the mock trial. I had to use a bit of coercion to get it, but the end justifies the means, right? There it is again. Professor Means sure has a lot of influence around here. Care to look into the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me? Sounds great, but do you mind if we ask you some questions first? Sure, I'll tell you anything you want. Why did you confess? About your confession today. Why'd you do it? Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible. Right. The end justifies the means. So you're a follower of Professor Means, too. Professor Means is a wonderful teacher, as was Professor Corte. I like them both. She brushed that one off like a pro. But with that style of justice, you run the risk of breaking the law. Well, I'm prepared to quit school because of this case. What? Why? I want to be an artist. That's what I really want, man. But no, my parents forced me to study to become a prosecutor. But if the trial went south, you'd have to drop out and give up on being a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Talk about someone who literally changes at the bed of an eyelash. I guess she's been dealing with her own problems too. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I suppose so. But that doesn't make what she did right. The day of the crime. Could you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder? Finishing a statue. I was on the stage until the last bell. That's right. You made the statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Both of them. Why the sweating? This is just a formality. But can you prove you were making the statue at that time? Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now? No, that's not what I meant. Both Hugh and Robin were still at school after 7, but neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Could one of them really have murdered Professor Corte? I don't really see her as the murderer, at least. Have there been any problems now that everyone here knows you're a girl? No worries there. I discussed the matter with Professor Corte some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I was really a girl. And just today I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf. Wow, they must really like you. I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love girly clothes. That's why, Athena, I simply must have this and this by any means possible. What? But this is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, but no can do. Aw, don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please, pretty please. Stage costume related evidence taken. The end justifies the means. What the hell? Oh, darn it. Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out. The snitch? Sounds like a new lead. There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do. Our activities, our relationships, our interests. And reporting it all to one of the professors. But why would anyone do that? Officially, I heard it's to seek out misconduct among the student body. But rumor has it, grades were being bought and sold through the surveillance network. That's bribery. The situation at Themis Legal Academy is worse than I thought. Wow, all of this is important stuff. I still want to ask about the thing in the art room. I'll have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though. Okay. Present the picture. Robin, I just remembered something I wanted to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what it is? What? What? Look at that unique artistic sense. That has to be one of Professor Cortez' creations, man. Professor Cortez' artistic sense? Wow, Cortez sucked at art. Professor Cortez' artistic sense, that's a tough one. I'd say it's avant-garde and very eclectic. In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Come to think of it, that strange-looking painting in the art room was one of Professor Cortez' works, wasn't it? The statue in that photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice. Lady Justice? Professor Cortez had planned on placing it on the judge's bench in the lecture hall. But the day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. She said she'd take it back to the art room and try to fix it somehow. So this is the statue in its proper state? You bet. Just look at that wild silhouette. Wow, it's so C-U-T-E. I don't get it. Do you have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this? Athena. The Lady Justice that you put back together on that stage. Oh right, I didn't realize before because it was in pieces. But before it was smashed. Maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in the photo. But what in the world was it doing on the stage? No idea. Well, I think that about covers it. Okay, then how about watching the mock trial video with me? What is that? Good afternoon. I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today. Oh, that sounds like Professor Means. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. Is the camera like this the whole time? Yeah. It's in a fixed position in front of the stage. When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. How come teacher speeches always make me so sleepy? Let's just skip to the end of this speech. Now, let the mock trial begin. Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? Looks to me like she cut right in front of the camera. Juniper was also in charge of the audio. Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself, she had to do it to keep the script details secret. She was all over the place that day. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Oh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like. Looks like there's a judge's bench back by the screen and a witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the professor's name on them? Those are the faculty seats. Professor Means and Professor Cortez were in charge of scoring the mock trial. Okay, let's fast forward this a bit. And that's why the defendant is definitely guilty. That was me. Could you tell? Objection. A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. You read that line in the mock trial, Apollo, but you made it sound kind of weird. Cut me some slack. It was my first time reading that script. I think Juniper's going to speak next. I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Wow, what an emotional performance. She put a real actress to shame. Wait, could you go back and play that scene again? Would you think that's necessary? Stop, did you hear that? I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part again. I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about? I think this piece of evidence should explain it. Time to show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard to the case. I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice shouting a violent threat. I'll play it for you. You're a goner. The voices and performances do sound similar, but I can't believe this is happening. It's just a possibility, but if the voice on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means this evidence was fabricated. They didn't get to do a voice print analysis in time for court today. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. And if the real killer had foreseen that gender would become key in today's trial, he would have tried to deflect attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect. Oh, crap. Professor Means' credo is the end justifies the means. So it makes perfect sense that a student who took those words to heart would fabricate evidence. We need to get that tape analyzed as soon as possible. Damn. Allow me to assist you with that. Prosecutor Gavin, at least make some kind of noise so we know you're here. It's go big or go home with rock stars, entrances. Frolly, timing is everything. Let me make a copy of that tape right now and I'll get you the results as soon as I can. I trust that would be alright? Very much so, thanks. Well, Athena, it's almost sundown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center? I think Ginny will agree that this is something that could prove her innocence, but will her heart really be open to accepting it? She had to have known this is what I'd found. Damn. No. She's lying. Wait, Athena. My bracelet reacted just now. It did? But why? Junie, can you look at me in the eye and repeat what you just said? Oh, no. Now I'm sure of it. She's lying. Alright. Let's see where she's lying at. Weird movements in her hands. Any weird movements in her body? Language? Damn it. She can't seem to look me in the eye when she's doing that. We'll go with that. There it is. Juniper, you're feeling nervous, aren't you? No, that's the one thing I'm not. The student council president isn't so easily shaken. Nice try. She spotted a telltale. Thought that was right. I don't see nothing. Is it maybe her fingers cramped up?
Gotcha!
No. This is a hard one. Damn, where is it?
This one's hard. I don't know.
Gotcha!
I don't get it at all. She's not making any weird movements.
Gotcha!
I don't know. This is hard. She can't look me in the eye when she says that stuff. And I thought that's what I was doing, but apparently it's not.
Gotcha!
This is weird. I'm so lost.
Gotcha! Gotcha!
Really? This is weird.
Gotcha!
I don't understand. What about, like, she's hiding her throat. Maybe she's going nuts there or something.
Gotcha!
She wasn't sweating. I didn't see nothing. Oh, she was talking. She's just looking down to this side. Wait. It's moving. Wow, that's hard to see.
Gotcha!
About Genie making her... the snitch. Damn. Oops. Was it this? What could it have been? Oops, that's not it. Damn it! I'm just gonna be taking that everything. Isn't it that... That's probably why Constant made all those art pieces of Junie. Jeez. There's like nothing I have.
Take that! Take that!
I'm really throwing everything at her. Literally.
Take that! Take that!
I don't have anything. I would think that this photo would do it. Or the scrap of paper. It's a planner. Didn't I hit the planner? Right here in Professor Cortez' planner, it says routine report. I believe this is meant to mean when the snitch would report in to Professor Cortez. I also believe Professor Cortez planned to meet Hugh in private based on the snitch's info. And from their meeting, Hugh must have put two and two together and figured out your secret. So you see, it all makes sense only if you're the snitch, Junie. Damn. Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does, but I don't need it to sense the pain you're feeling inside, and its intensity is directly proportional to how you feel about your friend. Am I right? Please, Junie, tell me why you suspected Hugh. I have a feeling that will be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case. Suspicion about O'Connor. What exactly was your role as class snitch? Professor Cortez had told me how Academy alumni had strayed from the path of justice. The dark age of the law, huh? She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that, but a few others at the Academy shared her view. I thought her ideas were beautiful, though sad and unrealistic. She asked you to be her eyes and ears, didn't she? I used to report to her once a month about any wrongdoings I'd seen or heard about. And that report session in her planner, the one from October 22nd, was a part of that. Yes, that's when I reported Hugh to Professor Cortez. She snitched on her own friend. I had accidentally overheard Hugh talking. What did he hear? What did you hear? He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents. What were they talking about? Something about having paid money for good test scores. I only overheard him talking, so I never did find out who the money was going to. What? That's bribery. He was buying his way through school, and if that's the case, then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be about his secret. We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Hugh's name on it. I didn't know what the number meant at the time, but now that I'm hearing about bribes, it must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October. What's more, take a look at this mark. That same mark is on the page of Professor Cortez' planner. Hey, you're right. Wait, But why would Professor Corte have that kind of information in her planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was... It's just a possibility at this point, but it may indeed have been Professor Corte. Wow.
But... That's impossible. She'd be the last person I'd ever suspect of accepting bribes.
Like I said, it's just a possibility, but a rather good one. Maybe their private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribery being exposed. And what started out as a little argument soon got out of hand. It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody would have suspected Hugh if they knew what you knew. No, I don't believe that alone would have driven him to murder. There's another reason why I suspected Hugh. You've got to be kidding me. There's another reason? I saw Hugh around 7 p.m., the day before the mock trial. No, so she's finally ready to talk about that. When I saw him, his... Junie, are you alright? Just try to relax and tell me what happened.
I never wanted to see what I did. But I'll have to live with it, won't I? In that hallway, Hugh's hands. His hands were
Damn.
dripping with blood.
His hands were dripping with blood. What? But why? What am I going to do? Deep down I know Hugh can't be the killer, but my mind keeps telling me he is. No matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. Oh, what am I going to do? Hugh, he's... I can't take this anymore, Athena. So she hid the fact that she had seen Hugh, and said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw. Junie, it must have been terrible holding all of that in, but it's going to be okay. I'll get to the bottom of this, and that's my promise from one good friend to another. I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow, if that's okay with you, Professor Means.
My main concern is whether you can defeat that prosecutor, but I won't try to stop you. I will be watching from the gallery, and shall look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce. Good luck tomorrow. Now, if you would excuse me.
Don't worry. We already know that the prosecution's key piece of evidence is a fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive, too. Let's give this our best shot. Athena, let tomorrow be the day Juniper walks free. I wouldn't have it any other way. We should be all ready now. What could possibly go wrong this time? Yeah. Wise words. Still. There's this strange uneasy feeling I can't shake. I better be imagining it. I don't know. But yeah, finally we're done with this long investigative day. So I'll end it there. And then next part we do our last day in court. See you then.